Alright gang, welcome back to Man Time. Once again it is, in fact, Man Time. Second cut of 2019 about to happen. Got some cooler weather this weekend, only supposed to be highs in the lower 90s. After that it's supposed to skyrocket up to the hundreds. Humidity's low. I think the hay is not quite ready for a cut, but if I wait any longer the really hot heat is going to prevent me from getting any real good hay out of it. So now's the time. Just got off work Friday afternoon, and I didn't service any of my equipment. So I'm going to have to do a field service on my 451 New Holland, 451, 491. Anyways, we're going to do a field service on the hay cutter in the field. I'm going to show you how to do that, the critical grease zerks that we need to grease on it, and we will get out and cut some hay. Let's get started. Alright, this is in fact a New Holland 451. The most critical zerks are going to be right here on the, I don't know if you'd call this a shuttle or what it is, but it's an actuating mechanism. All of these bearings here ratchet back and forth, and these are going to be the most critical ones to get greased up. Sometimes we don't have the luxury of getting these things greased up at the shop or at the house, so we have to make do. Okay, then there's a few other zerks on here. One here, just a couple squirts. One right here, this is a critical one. Right on the main drive from the drive belt. A couple nice squirts in there. Another one here for the pivoting. And another one here. Okay, another critical one right here on the PTO that drives the belt. Same over here, we got one. Alright, so here we go again, guys, with another Man Time adventure. Give you three guesses on what just happened here. The John Deere isn't fixed. The fuel pump isn't in fact fixed. It was able to brush hog well for several hours. I bring it into the hayfield and it automatically craps out. I think I've done a better job diagnosing it this time though, so hopefully this won't happen again. But what happens now is the same time as before. We are prepared, we are ready, we have another tractor. I'm on the upper side of the hayfield, but it's exactly the same. I made 2 laps, and on my halfway up my 3rd lap, it just died. And there's gas coming out of the side of the fuel injection pump once again. And I think I've done a better job of pinpointing where that oil's coming, or where that diesel's coming from. So hopefully next time around we will be better able to figure out and fix. Of course, I've already taken that fuel pump off of there a few times over, so we should be better able to fix it this time around. But same procedure as before, only this time I had to disconnect the hay cutter in the back of it there. So the hay cutter is disconnected. I'll go ahead and put some tension on the chain, put it in neutral, pull it out of the field, and then we'll get the hay cutter hooked up to the Mahindra here and continue on. That's what happens on Man Time. Adapt, overcome, and get the job finished. are attempting the field hookup of the 451. This will be a good exercise anyway for anybody that is looking to try to hook up one of these. What I typically like to do is get one of the 3 points engaged on the sickle mower, and that way I've got a good handle on it. I know it's going to stay right there. And then I'll go ahead and put the top brace in, and I'll try to do it from this side so you can kind of see what's going on here. Also, we've got our PTO shaft. Check our splines. They're hooked up here. There we go. That's fully engaged. And then I use a piece of copper wire, solid copper wire, to hold this in place. And that is going to come out and actually hook in to where our top link is currently at. So we'll take our top link out, get this hooked up, and speed and efficiency here is the key, as we have currently got hay that needs to be cut. And I should probably mention, don't try this at home. You saw the tractors driving themselves. And I even had time to move the camera during that time. So, not the safest thing, but if you've seen that show or started watching that show, Yellowstone, my wife and I started watching that recently. Those guys can feel free to try any of this at their home. Okay. They look like they're probably practicing this type of lifestyle. Currently, when I think of man time, I kind of think of Yellowstone. But, alright, so here we go. We've got to now extend this out. And then hook it up from here to that piece we just hooked up there. I don't know how your camera angle is over there, since I don't have the screen flipped around on me. Let's try to get you in a little closer, see how that went. Now that we've got our top link attached and this front hoop here, we'll tighten this back up. By tightening this up, this is what actually adjusts the angle of our cutter and our cutter bar. So by tightening this up, you're seeing I'm bringing this forward toward the tractor. It's the top side of it. And this will therefore angle our cutters toward the ground. Alright, next up is our last link here. And we may not be able to get it with a kick. And so, bang my hand pretty good there. I think I've still got full motion. Okay, next thing is going to be making sure that it is level with the tractor. See if I lose any skin here. Skin missing? No more than usual. Alright, push the tractor sideways. We just want to make sure the cutter is equally and not more sideways. Look okay to you? Yeah, I think it looks okay to me too. Let's start it up and pick it up a little bit. Oh, it's better. Got a new tractor, got our cutter hooked back up, being prepared, being ready, able to adapt. Second tractor, junky John Deere. I'm going to light fire to it later on. This episode will be entitled Cutting Hay. lighting fire to the John Deere. So stick around. Alright, yet another time where it is in fact man time. So the hay cutter quit working. Through my detective skills I was able to find some interesting pieces of it here. What looks to be a bearing and some sort of keeper plate. And then I went up to the other tractor, got whatever tools that I had, and what looks like just a big nut. I'll zoom in here and kind of show you what part this looks like it fell off of. So this could be bad. It looks like this came off of the bolt that is the farthest in the back here. There is no way to get it off. Well, let's just start taking stuff apart and start there. There's a little, looks like a 1/2-inch nut on the back side here. The only tool that I've got is this crappy pair of Stanley pliers, edge rollers, whatever you want to call them. And no, there's no way. I'm just going to roll those edges over. So, here we go. Walk to the car, go to the shop, get the tools, come back, see if I can find some big nuts that look like it's going to fit that. Looks to be about a 2-inch unit there. I believe I've had to change this one out before. It's got probably what should have been a castle nut on it, and I probably went back with an aircraft grade lock nut, and therefore screwed myself, so to speak. Oh boy, what is that? Oh no, that is a roller. That's a roller. So tomorrow, on to gonna focus for me? Show that roller. Yeah, that's part of the bearing. It's gone. There's another one. Gone. Okay, first thing in the morning. Parts run. Gotta get some rollers. So you think farming, homesteading, the life for you? This is actually more the norm of what happens each time I'm out here in the hayfield. Stuff is always breaking. Tractor broke, cutter broke. Sometimes it's the baler, sometimes it's the rake, and it pays to be prepared. In this case, I don't have the backup bearings. When I go to the store tomorrow, guess how many bearings I'm getting? 5, 6, 7, I don't know. This is the second time this bearing has failed on me. Those castle nuts that it takes, 3, 4, as many as I need. You got to have multiples of all of the different things, especially the things that you know break. This 451 sickle, one of the best sickles out there. Like I said, this is a part that has failed on me before. I've repaired it. I know how to do it. It's a pretty involved repair. So first thing in the morning, crack of dawn, I'm going to be up. I'm going to be taking this thing apart. Right now I got to take the car back up to the house, walk back, take the tractor back up to the house, get it set up to where I can start working on it first thing in the morning. As soon as 8 o'clock rolls around or the store opens, I'll be there at the front door. That's just kind of the role that we play here as a farmer, and country living, homesteading, whatever you want to call it out here. You want big acreage and you want to work the land, make the land provide for you. Got to be prepared. This case I'm not. Otherwise I would have had multiples of these parts. It's about a $15–20 bearing, and I just cheaped out last time. No other excuses, no other ways to say it. I cheaped out. I only got the parts that I needed. This is like my 7th year farming for hay, and cutting this field and the other field, and so second time it's failed in let's see, about 20 odd cuts, so I can think of about 10 cuts to repair it. And maybe if I've done an inspection of the equipment a little bit more thoroughly than the field inspection, I may have caught it. I just don't know. So, here's what it is, day one, cutting hay, man time.